a situation where you are at a place as a leader. Maybe you're a woman in leadership, maybe you're a man in leadership, and you are performing above your boss. If you have found yourself in this situation, I want you to know that you are not alone. And in this video, I'm going to share with you one strategy that will help you in those situations when you find yourself perhaps performing better than your boss or outperforming your boss. Now, I do want to say this is definitely more of an advanced topic, and it is a situation that should be handled very delicately in terms of specifically how do you communicate in these situations. Now, if you're new to me, welcome. If you are one of my amazing subscribers, welcome back, friend. This channel heavily focuses in on advanced communication skills and communicate more confidently and concisely under pressure. If you're using, or maybe you're in a highly visible role as a leader, executivecommunication.org, particularly if you are a woman in leadership. I'm here to support you any way that I can to navigate these situations when they come up for you. When it comes to outperforming your boss, let me know in the comments below how many of you have ever been in a situation where you were outperforming your boss. Put it in the comments below. I personally have been in that situation several times in my career, and I know how incredibly uncomfortable it can be. Now, one of the strategies I want to share with you today in terms of how to navigate these situations specifically is to help you, because most of the time when you are in those particular situations, you are at a point where you're starting to outgrow your role. And we talked about this a little bit earlier this week in our live. You're welcome to take a look at that video. But typically, you're probably at the point where you're outgrowing your role. So we have to think of a way, how can you continue to be in your role, but still continue to grow? Because if you are a high achiever and a very ambitious leader, like those individuals who are subscribed to my channel, then you are always looking for forward growth. You're always wanting to move forward. And the strategy for this situation that I have found to be very successful is to be very objective, but not only that, continue to be that person that is a strategic thinker. Continue to be a strategic thinker and think of what are the long-term impacts of any decision that is being made. Why do I mention this as a strategy? I could say, oh, well, make sure you're in a place where you just are outshining your boss and putting gas on fire, so to speak. You don't want to do that. Thank you for the heart emojis, friends. You don't want to do that. You want to still continue to be strategic in terms of what's going to happen in the future, how's this going to impact us long term, and etc. This not only helps you to still maintain your position in the organization, even if you're doing better than your boss, but you're still helping the organization advance forward, and you are also keeping your mind sharp to think, well, what's going to happen ahead? Being able to strategically think is a challenge for most leaders, and if you've ever experienced that, you're welcome to reach out to me at executivecommunication.org. All right, I want to say hello to Jael Christian Vieira. Hello, welcome. Guzman says, can you make me a moderator? So Guzman, I'm actually at the point probably very soon where I'm going to be having moderators. If you are a subscriber to the channel, then let me know when I get to that point. I will definitely reach out to you. There's a couple of you that have mentioned that you want to be moderators. So let me know. If you're subscribed, we'll talk about it when I get to that point. We're very close though. I have over 1,000 videos here on this channel, and I have a lot of lives that I do. Okay, we have a Swant. Hello, welcome. Philosophy Unveiled, welcome. Hope you all are doing well today. Let me know if you've ever been in a situation where you felt like you were outperforming your boss. I know. I'm not the only person that's been there. I know you've probably been there too. But let's talk about it. My mission is to create the largest high-stakes, high-pressure communication content library for leaders on planet Earth. And the only way I can do that is by us working together to come up with the situations we have dealt with, so it is compiled in a place where people can look at it. When you are outperforming your boss, I'm gonna tell you right now, for that's high stakes for sure. All right, Philosophy Unveiled said, let's go. Absolutely. Philosophy Unveiled says Argentina will win. Okay, we'll see how things work out. Let's see. Blocks Fruits Academy, welcome. Says streaming is dangerous while you drive. May God protect you. Well, yes, absolutely. And I've been doing this for over a year blocks, and this is a part of my channel. This is how I have over 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel. I have been safe, thankfully, so I appreciate your concern. Fraser says, Nissan Altima, no, this is a Jeep Gladiator. Now, let me know if you've been in a situation where you have been in a place where you are outperforming your boss. What did you do? How did you manage it? What did you do? How did you manage that situation? I found that being strategic and continue to think ahead helped me to be objective and still showcase my expertise, but allow the organization to move forward, even if my boss needed some time to catch up. Because sometimes I found in the situations I've been in, my boss just simply was not at a place where they were able to think ahead on certain issues. And I wondered why. Why are they not thinking ahead? They're my boss. But I found that this situation really does happen. It happens quite a bit. Philosophy Unveiled says, people say women are the worst drivers. Well, I would say, who are those people? Because drivers are drivers. Just because a woman drives a car doesn't mean she's a worse driver. I know you're saying that people just say that. I know you're not saying that directly. But women are able to multitask very, very well. And I wouldn't categorize to women or men. I think people can, in my humble opinion, some people get their licenses out of a Cracker Jack box. It doesn't matter if you're a woman. It doesn't matter if you're a man. You pick up your Cracker Jack box. If maybe I'm dating myself, but some people don't drive correctly. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. I would very humbly disagree with you on that statement specifically. Okay, Taha, hope you're doing well. I know you said you don't understand. I'm not sure what you don't understand about, but we're talking about if you've been in a situation where you have outperformed your boss, one strategy to help you navigate that situation when it occurs specifically, and that strategy is to make sure that you are thinking about the long-term impacts, being strategic in terms of how you think. It helps to ground you to keep the organization moving forward, but then it also will help you to be able to not outshine your boss, but still be in a place where you are learning a lot. Now, if this information has been helpful to you, I appreciate you being here today. You're always welcome to subscribe to the channel. I talk about advanced communication skills and strategies that will help you to navigate these situations and help you communicate more confidently and concisely under pressure. I will be live later this evening and we'll talk about that. Okay, we have Raj Create, welcome, and Philosophy Unveiled says, yeah, if I outperform my boss, I will become his boss. And that happens very, very often. So we'll talk about that a little bit later this evening. Bye for now.